your tracks today.
Know the people been waiting for a minute for something authentic. Came in the truth and bossed in it. Made niggas regroup. Had to shed light on the false image. UPK home court. Now who the fuck on scrimmage to words for soft fix? What is good riddance? Don't affiliate with feminine symptoms. I know you feel me, nigga. This is death threat to hip hop. You don't stop that weak shit. I'ma mix your lean with some grimlock. When the last time you heard it this raw? What I wish for is when the earth inherited by the piss ball. We've been to war, them the ones I'm taking risks for. Ain't got no picks or no cards to hold. Holy angels watch my steps, them God my soul. Can't let them leave my body cold. I know you feel me, nigga. Let the wicked weep and the meek prevail. God never been 50-50. I should now awake to sleep a cell. Let the righteous cry, silence the pretender. A rebel without a cause, as long as I remember. Not taking the kingdom, the only thing on my agenda. Can't avoid me, nigga. Middle finger to the ones that try to destroy me. Revenge of beauty, I'm a beast. I told that bitch she can't eat, let she join me for dinner. My God ain't got no regard for a sinner. One call fall on him like timber. I know you feel me, nigga. In the eyes of terror, I stand still. Go to work for the colony, bring it back to the anthill. Plus everything I drop heavy as an anvil. Show you how to stand like a man in this damn field. I know you feel me, nigga. Fucking quality, it gotta be one man win and the rest lose. Wave devastator, I'm calculating my next move. You became a real nigga, seek refuge. Body shots for pause, that'll get you bruised. My niggas home rank, check your little attitude. I came to fuck up your move on your little holiday like I'm Mr. Scrooge. Resurrected from the grave, walking from the floor. Bitches in my eyes, gripping the mic, screaming God bless the underdog, down by the letter. And live by that protocol, walk by faith, not by sight. Ain't no hope for getting struck. Life like some war resist, or get pulled into a world that never left you. I will endure, election will be sure, correction will be swift. No Will Smith, but I am legend. What else would you call the killer of deception? A leader got soldiers on post in every direction. All gold like a German shepherd, young and a restless, swear honor like a diamond necklace. I know you feel me, nigga.
I'll let you
Purchase your tracks today.
All right. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, starting 1 West 125th Street under Commanding General YAHANNA. I'm saying not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to go ahead and saying bring out this Brotherhood class. And you know what I'm saying? We're just going to, you know, elaborate on some Brotherhood formalities and scriptures. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we just gonna go ahead and bring that out. Give me Leviticus 19:17. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna, you know what I'm saying, you know, as a people, we shouldn't be, you know, in a constant struggle with each other. So, you know what I'm saying? Like all through the scriptures, we've been struggling with the Lord. You know, we've been struggling with the Lord, and we've struggled, you know, with each other. You know, we always turned against the Lord and then came back. I'm saying it's the same thing. The same behavior we've done with our people. We've turned against our own people. You know what I'm saying? We've married other nations. We've joined hand in hand and built with other nations. And then we came back to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the themes that's, how can I say, that's been a part of our people. So, you know, in doing that, you know, we shouldn't have ever turned our back against our people in the first place. You know, we shouldn't have ever turned our back against the Lord. So, you know, just in that itself, you know, we're not to ever hate our brother or our brothers and sisters or the Lord, man. You know, the second we do that, you know, that's when we're led into that pit of hell, man. That's when we're led into slavery. You know, every time, man. You know, every time we turned against our own people, we went straight into slavery. And you know what I'm saying? We were slaves for years upon years. You know what I'm saying? We've been slaves for hundreds of years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not even including America. You know what I'm saying? This isn't the only place we've been, you know, enslaved. We've been enslaved just about under every nation. So, you know what I'm saying? Nation of people. So, you know, and what I'm trying to say is it's going to come. It's that time where we can't turn against each other no more. You know, it's that time where, you know, we have to be a brother and a sister towards each other. You know, so go ahead and bring out that.
Come on, the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17.
Right.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
Right. So you're never to hate your brother, man. You know what I'm saying? You're never to you know, how can I say, to go against your brother and, you know what I'm saying, and wish, you know, harm on your brother, never to curse your brother or you know, hope something horrible happens to him. You know what I'm saying? And that's what cursing is. Cursing is when you wish, you know, something horrible on your brother, on your people.
Right.
So we're never to hate our people, never to hate our own people. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, the second you do that, like we said, man, you going into damnation, man. We going into hell, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't continue to, you know what I'm saying, be a coon or Uncle Tom. You know what I'm saying? That's got to stop at some point. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And if I could, sir, hating your own people or your own nation, your brother with the same skin color as you, open up many different demons or pathways like pride or holding grudge, and you know, things such as thinking your brother is less important as you.
Right.
You know, when your brother can be an access to your success. You know, that's all I want to add, sir.
Right. I mean, that's true, because you know what I'm saying, we're supposed to help build each other as a people. I'm saying you so busy hating your brother, you know what I'm saying, you wish for your brother's downfall.
Right.
You know, and while you wish on his downfall, you going into your own downfall by hating your own brother. You know what I'm saying? When you start hating your people, that's when you start, you know what I'm saying, backsliding and you know, that's the second you start wanting to join hand in hand with another nation.
Right.
The second you start hating your people. Because when that happens, you know what I'm saying? Every man, you know what I'm saying, even one person affects the whole nation. You know what I'm saying? One person affects our whole nation, man. You know what I'm saying? So, which means every man and woman is held accountable. You know what I'm saying? One person matters. Just like Christ, he's one person, and he matters a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Or Moses, he's one person, and he matters a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Even that story about a brother who, you know what I'm saying, they had you know what I'm saying, the Israelites went to war with another nation, and a brother, he had found a garment that he liked, you know what I'm saying, and he kept it for himself and hid it. But the Lord had told the people not to take anything from that nation,
right,
and keep it, not to do that. You know what I'm saying? But the brother hid it, And in doing that and keeping that, the whole nation was held accountable. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord was very angry at all of us, including that brother. You know what I'm saying? And eventually that brother was found out. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, it's the story in Joshua chapter 7. You know what I'm saying? So that brother was found out, and you know, and judgment was put on him. You know what I'm saying? He got stoned to death, and then he was thrown into a fire pit because of his disobedience. Go ahead.
Right. And if I could, sir, not only him, but his whole family.
That's right.
And all of his possessions also was dismayed, was destroyed.
Right. You know,
because
because
he put the nation in jeopardy. He took pride and only thought about himself and his gains and what he can have or how he can look. You know, that's all I want to ask. So keep bringing it up.
Yeah, I mean, you own it. You know what I'm saying? Every person is accountable. You know what I'm saying, for what they do. You know, it's very important. Just because you're one person, it doesn't mean that you don't matter, or it's not within your power to make a change or something like that. I'm saying one person means a lot, you know, especially in this truth, man. When one person comes into this truth, I'm saying one person comes to the school, you know what I'm saying, when I see a new face, I rejoice, man. Like it brings me a lot of happiness, really, when I see a new brother or sister coming to the truth and they earn their name, because it's like, you know what I'm saying, I just gained a new brother and a new sister. Like, you know what I'm saying, it's steadily growing. I see the growth. I see our works, you know, bringing forth fruit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's an awesome thing when people come into the truth and they realize that being for their people, you know what I'm saying, being wanting to serve the Lord and wanting to, you know what I'm saying, build their nation, they seen that as something that was very important to them. You know what I'm saying? Now we're on that same mind, you know what I'm saying, that one accord. You know what I'm saying, we're on the same path. You have something to say?
It's crazy how you said that.
Go ahead.
I did want to bring something out. It's amazing how being on one accord is fundamental, but at the same time it's very powerful.
Right.
Because it's a commandment. It's the second greatest commandment, that you love thy neighbor as thyself.
Right.
And if you like Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17, you shouldn't hate your brother. I mean, that means you breaking the second greatest commandment. Right. You know, and it's a lot of power in that scripture alone. Because if we're uniting together, and if we're carrying out one thing, that one thing could go so far and spark many different, you know, it could spread. It could spark many different interests, or, you know, power moves. I mean, I don't want to get too deep into it, but I don't want us bringing it out. He's bringing it out perfect. You know, we shouldn't hate one another, but we should come together. You know, loving each other is coming together on one accord.
Right.
That's all I want to bring down.
I mean, you know, like when a brother or sister comes into the truth, and then, you know what I'm saying, that now that we had, you know what I'm saying, brought, you know, they came into the truth, they can, you know what I'm saying, get they brothers and their sisters and the people they know, you know what I'm saying, to and you know, they can teach the truth, man. You know what I'm saying, and bring more people into this. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know what I'm saying, brotherhood matters, man. Sisterhood is probably one of the most important things you can do. Like how you were saying, the first commandment and the second commandment. You know what I'm saying? Actually, go ahead and give me that. Mark 12 and 30. You know what I'm saying? We go ahead and bring that out. You know, the first and greatest commandments, man. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and read that.
Come, you want me to start from 28? Any clarification?
No, just start at 30.
Come, sir. The book of Mark, chapter 12, verse 30. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, right, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment.
Right. So that's the first commandment. The first commandment is to love you know what I'm saying, love the Lord with all your heart and mind. I'm saying that's the greatest thing, you know You know what I'm saying? That's the greatest one. You know what I'm saying? That's the first one. Go ahead.
Come, verse 31. And the second is like, namely this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these.
Right. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. You know what I'm saying? What's greater than that? What's greater than loving the Lord and loving your people? You know what I'm saying? Money is worthless, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Money is just a tool of exchange. You know, it can, you know, get you nice things and things like that. But things, you know, of that nature, they rust, they corrode. You know what I'm saying? They're corruptible. Eventually they'll go away. Go ahead.
Come. And if I could, sir, you know, what you're bringing out is a heavy point, because a lot of people will turn to money or currency as the way out of this society.
Right.
You know, there's no way out but keeping these commandments if you're a black man, Native Indian man, and Hispanic man.
Right.
You know, another thing that I wanted to bring out was, loving thy neighbor as thyself. I lost track. It was something heavy.
I think I know where you were going with. Like, love it. If you love your neighbor as thyself and you don't love your people, you don't love your neighbor, that says a whole lot about you.
Right.
Is that what you was going for?
Well, no, it's kind of, you brought it back to my attention. It's this, like, living in today's world, today's society, how we are living. It takes a lot of courage to love your brother. A lot of courage, because you can see your brother messing up and you can choose to not tell him where he's making a mistake. Or, man, you know what? You the same man with a cigarette or without a cigarette. You know what I'm saying? You can choose to take that decision or that courage to change your brother's life, or to, you know, just keep it to yourself. It takes a lot of courage, right, to tell a brother where he's making a mistake. You know, to love a brother. If I love myself, I would tell myself, if I'm in a situation, nah, I ain't smoking no weed, or nah, this is a whore, I ain't finna deal with her, or I ain't dealing with this, I ain't dealing with that. If I love my brother as myself, I would tell him, look, brother, you shouldn't be doing this. You know, it's bad for you. You know, I'm just telling you out of love, because a lot of brothers will want to pop off on you because you are trying to help them, you're trying to save them. You know, and that's the world that we're living in nowadays. It takes a lot of courage, and men in the I.S.U.P.K, we have courage. We are no cowards. Right. We would tell you what you're doing is wrong, and we'll tell you what you're doing is right. You know, that bottom line. You know, if you want to get mad at me because I'm helping you or trying to show you what's right and what's wrong, you know, you're getting emotional about that. That just shows what kind of man you are. Right. You know, it's self-explanatory. You getting mad at me. You ain't nothing. You think you better than me because you don't smoke? No, I'm just trying to help you. Right. You know, I just want to elaborate a little bit more on that scripture. So.
I mean, you own it, because, like, you know what I'm saying, how you say it takes a lot of strength and courage to correct our, you know what I'm saying, somebody, you know what I'm saying, it because you know once you correct someone, they probably gonna feel a certain way, you know what I'm saying, and sometimes even correcting somebody can destroy the relationship that you had with that your old friend or even your parents or your family. Right. You know what I'm saying, just telling them, you know, living, you know, how to live a better life, or, you know what I'm saying, correcting them with the scriptures, or, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying, if it's correction, you know what I'm saying, that sometimes, you know, looking out for somebody will have that person, you know what I'm saying, hate you. And you know what I'm saying, you're doing that to help them, you know what I'm saying, to better them, and they'll hate you for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying, and how I was bringing out earlier, you know what I'm saying, if you don't love your people, you know what I'm saying, that says a lot about yourself. You know, I know people like to say, well, you know what I'm saying, y'all too militant, or y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all too serious.
Y'all rude.
Right, or that too. But it's like, you have to be serious. You have to be militant. Right. You know what I'm saying? Especially in this world, you know what I'm saying, where there is no masculinity. You know what I'm saying? You have to be serious, because, you know what I'm saying, first and foremost, you know what I'm saying, there's nowhere for us to go. You know what I'm saying? There's no land. I mean, of course we got land, but right now them fake Jews is in it.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? We've got to take this seriously and get, you know what I'm saying, get the hell up out of hell. You know what I'm saying? It's a serious matter. You know what I'm saying? Most people, they focus they whole energy on, you know what I'm saying, the basketball game, LeBron, and you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, James Harden, you know what I'm saying? Who cares about them? You know what I'm saying? Well, you care about them, but you know what I'm saying, who cares about basketball and, you know what I'm saying, all sports, you know what I'm saying? Who cares about all that, man? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's cool, but you know what I'm saying, if you're not serious, at least serious about, you know what I'm saying, the oppression of your people, what's the point of, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a great basketball player, musician, or, you know what I'm saying, or anything that has a, you know, some kind of following or popularity, you know what I'm saying, if you don't use that to bring awareness to the oppression of your own people, then what's it all for? You know, it's for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You doing all this, you know what I'm saying, just for your own acclaim. You know what I'm saying? You're doing it for your own popularity, but you're not using your popularity to bring attention to the state of your own people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you have no love for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're selfish. You know what I'm saying? So you don't love your neighbor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not doing the 2 greatest commandments. And how, you know what I'm saying, how can you love your people? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and give me 1 John 4:20. How do you love your people? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you love God and you ain't even seen your people, man? You know what I'm saying? It's impossible. You know what I'm saying? You can't be, you know what I'm saying? And that just reminds me of, you know what I'm saying, these Quanell X's and, you know what I'm saying, Louis Farrakhan talking about he's the Messiah. And, you know what I'm saying? He's talking about he's the Jesus. And, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, you don't know what the hell you talking about, man.
Right.
You are not the Messiah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Christ didn't unify us with Scientology and the Islam world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You are not the Christ. You know what I'm saying? You hate your brother. That's you know what I'm saying. I'm not even sure he's a brother. So you know what I'm saying? So go ahead and give me that. Go ahead. 1 John.
Come. The book of 1 John, chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say I love God and hated his brother, he is a liar.
Right. So if a person say he loved God and he hate his brother, you know what I'm saying, you a liar, man. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, you know what I'm saying, you are the Messiah, or you know what I'm saying, if you in that Islam world, talk about Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught me this and that. You know what I'm saying? And Father Muhammad and all that junk, man. Go ahead.
And if I could, sir, there's many different ways to hate your brother.
Right, go ahead.
You know, in this society that we living in, you know, the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You know, we're living in a time where you can do things in a form and a fashion. You know, like, it's not just one way how you do things. You can hate your brother in a subtle way, you know, where you can say, you know, I love my people. You know, you could be on a platform and be like, yeah, you know, I represent for the people. But when it's time to give a brother some change or something, you rolling up the window. You know, when he come to your car, you at a light, you trying to, you know, he trying to get some change from you, he panhandling, and you roll your window up. You ain't even hear what he's asking for change for. You know, that's a subtle way of showing that you hate your brother.
Right.
You know, or not even listening to him. You know, it's easy to not listen to your brother.
Right.
You know, it's easy to think about yourself or what's the next thing you want to do. But if you say you love your brother, listen to what your brother is saying. You know, maybe his life is on the line and you could be the answer for his situation. But instead you choose not to listen, which is a horrible thing, it's a prideful thing. You know, like, just to not listen to somebody. Right. Giving ear to your brother. That's a wicked thing, man. This is what we're living in. You know, I just wanted to bring that out, sir.
No, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You bringing it out. You know, like how you said, there's a lot of ways to hate your brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you feeding them religion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you got your own church or whatever, and you just, you know, sucking the blood out the people, you know what I'm saying? That's you hate your people, man, because you want to keep them oppressed. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be, you know what I'm saying, that's one of the most diabolical ways to hate your brother. You know what I'm saying? Feeding them white Jesus and, you know what I'm saying, Islam. That's, man, I'm telling you, that's probably the most horrendous, evil way to hate your brother. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, most of them pastors know. Like Quanell X and Louis Farrakhan, they know who the real Israelites are. But they won't say it. They won't go to the one body. You know what I'm saying? They you know what I'm saying? They just want to keep taking, you know what I'm saying, the people's tithes, you know what I'm saying, the people's money and go for their own gain. You know what I'm saying? They, you know, to them it's just a game. It's a game of popularity. Go ahead.
Right. And if I could, what you just said was so perfect. Like some don't even want money or gains. Well, gains in another form of fashion as, you know, famous, just to be famous, you know, just being famous. Oh, I'm famous. That means something. Right. That's collateral. In this society, it is, you know, because you have a platform you can speak to. You can influence people to give you money, then, even if you're not influencing them to give you money. But you can do that if you have fame.
Right.
So that's what I wanted to bring out, sir.
I mean, that's, you know what I'm saying? That's right. You know what I'm saying? They out for their own game, man.
Right.
They're greedy dogs. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and go ahead and read the next verse.
Come. Well, this more on that verse, sir.
Oh, okay, keep going.
Come. For he that loveth not his brother whom he had seen, how can he love God whom he had not seen?
Right. You see your brother every day. You know what I'm saying? You see the state and condition that your people are in, but you know what I'm saying, and you still hate your people. You still hate your brother. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But you'll go to church every Sunday and say you love God. And, you know what I'm saying? You know, start tap dancing and, you know what I'm saying, all that. You know what I'm saying? Doing backflips and all that, man. You know what I'm saying? You hate your people, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You damn near an abomination, man. You know what I'm saying? Like how can you say, you know what I'm saying, you love God, but you know what I'm saying, you don't care at all about the oppression, you know what I'm saying, your own people go through every day. You know what I'm saying? And you right there in the oppression and still act like, you know what I'm saying, like we're just so numb to it all. You know what I'm saying? We really are like the Walking Dead.
Right.
Go ahead.
If I could, sir, what you bringing out is heavy because it's very fundamental to think like that. Like you saying you love God, but you never seen God. Right. You don't know a description of God. But you say, you know what I'm saying, oh, I love everybody. It's quick to say that. That's a common thing that I hear among our people. Oh, I love everybody, but ain't no love being shown. You know what I'm saying? It's hate being, you know what I'm saying, pushed in society in subtle ways or common ways or, you know, just oblivious ways. You know, somebody cut you off in traffic, you ready to go off on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It could be a brother. A brother be like, hey, man, let me just get over. I'm just trying to get to work just like you, you know, and you going off because he got in front of you. You know, or you getting mad at a brother that ain't got no job, you know, or no kind of family, but he's walking up to you and begging for change. You want to say, oh, he need to get a job. You don't know what kind of lifestyle that man had to experience. Right. You know what I'm saying? To be at a lower state. You could be the man to uplift that brother. You know what I'm saying? You could be the one to uplift him. You give him $1 and be like, hey, man, keep your head up. That might be what he needed to hear.
Right.
Coming from the right person. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of us don't want to love our brother, you know what I'm saying, as ourselves, or we quick to say, oh, I love God, just because you understand something or you got a concept, you know, you understand wisdom, or you have a little bit more understanding than that brother. You know what I'm saying? You want to put him at a status below you, but you don't know nothing that man is going through. You could help him. Just wanted to add that.
Right. I mean, damn right. You know what know what I'm saying? Like we lack compassion for each other.
Right.
Like we so, you know, we see each other as like not even humans damn near. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? We'll see each other and just be like, that's him, that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? That's that brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Go ahead and read the next verse.
Con. Verse 21. And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God loveth his brother also.
Right. So, you know what I'm saying? If you love God, you're gonna automatically love your brother. You know what I'm saying? That's just natural.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't love God, you know what I'm saying, by hating your brother. And you can't love your people without loving God, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like they both go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be either or. You know what I'm saying? Anything you want to say on that?
I'm gonna say something small, something minor.
Go ahead.
And that's very remedial. It's completely simple to understand. Like how can you say you love God and and you hate your brother? You know what I'm saying? You got a problem with your brother. There should be no problem with your brother. You know, of course we're living in hell. You know, hell is a lower state. And our people, it's hard for them to understand something. You know, have patience with your brother. Tell him where he's lacking, or where his awareness isn't as high as yours, or something you see about him where he can improve in. Tell him that. Have patience with him. Tell him again and again and again. And just have patience with him. Some brothers don't get things how you get them. Understand things as quickly as you understand them. You might have been risen up in a household with a mother and a father, and this man has been risen up by old folks, by his grandparents, or say his uncles, or his aunts, something like that. You don't understand that man's circumstance. So just have patience with that man, and love your brother as you will love yourself. If you want to understand something, what I'm saying, you would give it time. I'm gonna give it my ear to understand something. You give that man the same due patience.
Right. I mean, Most High Christ, like, I'm saying, rebuke. Correcting your brother, that's an act of love.
Right.
I'm saying? That's an action. I'm saying it takes an action. I'm saying with anything. I'm saying you can't say, I'm saying I'm a learn to play the piano and never go out, buy the piano and start learning how to play.
Right.
I'm saying? That's, everything takes an action. I'm saying with anything. I'm saying anything you say you so-called love, it takes an action to prove that. I'm saying? That's so easy. What verse were you at?
Verse 21, sir.
Okay, you already read that?
Come, sir.
All right. Give me Matthew 25:40.
Come.
Yeah. All right. Because anything you do, man, like, what I'm saying, the way you mistreat your brothers, what I'm saying, the way you scam and, mistreat and do your people, all that's gonna be taken into account. You know what I'm saying? This, I'm saying, life ain't just a game of give and take, or take what you can get. You know what I'm saying? Life, things get accounted for. You know what I'm saying? How can I say, things, the things you do have an effect. You know what I'm saying? Damn near, like, the things that you do, whether it be bad or good, they have an effect on people's lives. So, if you're gonna put keep oppressing your people, you know what I'm saying, all that gets taken account of. You know what I'm saying, go ahead and read that.
The book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 40. And the king shall answer and say unto them, verily, I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
Right. So if you've done it to the least of your brothers, you know what I'm saying, of your people, man, it's like you've done it to Christ. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying, and you know, you could really get somebody if, you know what I'm saying, if they were going to do something wicked, you could be like, well, would you do that to Christ? Right. I bet they'd have a totally different answer. Right. You know what I'm saying? I bet you wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, try to sell Christ on white Jesus, and you damn near know he black. Right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know Christ black, but nobody wants to hear that. Nobody even, you know what I'm saying, people care. People know that race matters. Everybody knows that. But that's like something, because once somebody, or a white man or whatever, once that's something that's openly, you know, publicly known, you know, I mean, it's known, but like publicly, like in your face, that race matters, you know what I'm saying, or nationality matters, you know what I'm saying, that's going to change the whole world, because then you're going to have to make a choice on, you know, are you going to go with your people, or you're going to go with your oppressor? You know what I'm saying, right now, people are just living their life like nationality doesn't matter. Right. Like their people don't matter. Right. You know what I'm saying? They just live your best life. You know what I'm saying? That's not, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knows deep down that their own people matters the most. Even our people. They know that. You know what I'm saying? They know it. It's just something that, you know, if they would have to, you know, admit that it matters, you know, that their people matters, their current state of their people matters, then that means they have to do something about it. And then doing something about it means that they got to do something about this white man. Right. That's what that means. You know what I'm saying? And doing something about the white man, you know what I'm saying, that scares a lot of our people. And that's something very scary, you know, because not a lot of brothers and sisters have the strength, you know what I'm saying, to go up against the whole, you know, system of you know what I'm saying, these Edomites going up against this devil. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people have the strength for it. You know? You had something to say?
You brought it out, sir. I was going to speak about the strength, you know, and how it takes a lot of courage to bring that out. Okay. You know, to go against the white man.
Right. So it takes a lot of strength and courage, man. It takes a, you know what I'm saying, it takes a whole different spirit to come up against this, you know what I'm saying, this nation. You know what I'm saying, really all nations. You know what I'm saying, you speak out, you know what I'm saying, about the atrocities that your people went through. You know what I'm saying, you're going up against every nation, because every nation has done something to you. You know what I'm saying? Every nation's just about had us in slavery. So you're gonna have to speak out on all of that. You know what I'm saying? The Arabs had us in slavery. You know what I'm saying? Them Asians and this white man. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? You literally start talking about your people, you know what I'm saying, and being, you know, for your people, you go up against the whole world. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Actually, give me Leviticus 25:17. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you speak on your people, right then and there, you're going up against the entire planet. You know what I'm saying? You're going up against this whole world, because the whole world makes money off you not knowing who you are. You know what I'm saying? Or making money off you. You know what I'm saying, we're the salt of the earth, man. Like anything we touch, it turns to gold, man. We got the Midas touch. You know what I'm saying? Anything we do, it's gonna turn to greatness. So, you know, these other nations, they see us and they're like, well, I can live off this dude. You know, I can live off this people. You know what I'm saying? For one, they hate themselves. They hate their own hair. And I got straight hair. You know what I'm saying? They hate themselves. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna eat and drink whatever I give them. You know what I'm saying? Because everything they build is gonna be for me. Go ahead.
If I could, what you brought out was a heavy point. Like they don't look at us as God's chosen people when they know it, but they don't see it because we don't present it. You know, we are not in tune with our culture as a nation. You know, we are split apart, but they see it and they know that we are weak, and it's a coward thing for them to prey on us. Like,
right.
Look at us, it's like, okay, I can come up off of them, you know, and that's what they do. But they really do hate themselves, like my other one just brought out. They hate their culture. They hate that they are not like us, that they don't have what we have. They see us as, okay, they have the advantage. They can do this better than I can do it. But why do what they are doing when I can make a living off of them? You know, when I can set up a standard that they got to reach, you know what I'm saying? And that they will bring in money to me, income into me. You know, like, we are living in hell. You know, we are not living up to the most high standards. We are living up to these other nation standards and what these other nations got to offer. You know, it's a horrible thing. You know, we should become our nation again, you know,
right?
Because we can overpower these other nations. We can have them under our foot. We can have them living up to our standards, which is a beautiful thing. Because look at the Chinese man, look at the Arab man. They got 7-Elevens on our corner.
Right.
You know, they're the ones supplying the gas before you go to work. You go to work in the morning, you know, you stopping at the gas station and you getting gas, not realizing consciously that you're getting gas from a Chinese man. And he's making money off you in the morning. Right. First thing in the morning, you know, if you going to buy a scratch off, he's getting you money. You know, all those little scratch off tickets that you lose on add up, and it's in his pocket. You know, they have a business. But what consistent business does a black man have that's worldwide known? You know what I'm saying? Besides setting the wave and being a slave.
Right.
That's what I wanted to bring out.
Right, setting the wave, being a slave.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad you had mentioned standard, you know, because, you know, our own standard for each other, you know, is you know, you already see it, right? You know, in a sense, because, you know, especially when we go out to camp, man, you know what I'm saying? You see that people see us and they be like, man, y'all too militant. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all speak too loud. You know what I'm saying? That's our standard is just so high for our people, because the standard that's been set for our people is to be slaves. You know what I'm saying? To be you know, subservient. You know what I'm saying? To never speak against, you know, to what's going on, the oppression of our people, to never go against the white man. You know what I'm saying? To never stand up and be a man.
Right.
So far, that's the standard that we're living in. You know, and when our people see us, you know, they see us setting a high standard, a very high standard. You know, and you know, it's time to raise that bar, man. It's time to raise the bar that we don't, you know, that raises the bar, the standard that we set on each other. You know, so I forgot where I was going with it, but
no, I got something to say.
Go ahead.
And then it's amazing because if we look around, we can see the oppression that we are living in. You know, we can see that we are not living like the people in River Oaks are living. Right. But we would think that we are, you know, because we are satisfied with what we're given. And I'm not saying that's not a bad thing, but we should know better. You know, taking that into context, we should know better, like in spirit and in all things. You know, we should know better. The first better that we should know is the Most High.
Right.
On how to live. You know, if you understand that, if you want to if you could understand that better is serving the Most High or serving the God that created you, which is remedial, then you would come into awareness, you know. But some people don't. Well, I ain't gonna say some. A lot of our people don't want to serve the Most High. A lot of our people would like to have the knowledge or like the tenacity to serve the Most High, but not actually do it. It's like, okay, it's good to know that, but such and such and such and such. It's always a rebuttal with our people, you know, because they want to do what they want to do. I'd rather have our people or somebody of our nation to say, this is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I want to do this, what makes me feel good, than to give me the roundabout way and waste my time and say, well, okay, this and that, and try to argue with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you waste my time like that? Just go ahead and be real with yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I can help you, you know what I'm saying? And you can choose to accept or you can choose to keep it moving. I can save both of us some time, you know? So I don't want to say so.
Right. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, teaching is important, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Bring this word out and teaching our people, you know, not only bringing out the scriptures, you know what I'm saying, but relating it to what's going on now. You know what I'm saying? That's so important, man. You know, because, you know, before I knew about this truth, I just thought the Bible was just an old book and, you know what I'm saying, full of stories. You know, I didn't know it was it is an old book, but it still relates today. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing new under the sun. You know what I'm saying? This book it's got so much wisdom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the ability to teach it, you know what I'm saying, that's a skill in itself. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it takes a lot of skill to do this. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of wisdom too. And that's how we bring about, you know, that's how more brothers and sisters come in. You know what I'm saying? People are looking for wisdom. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's hard to find real wisdom, real understanding. You know what I'm saying? Because this whole world is just built on confusion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what the devil do. He's a deceiver. So he's doing his job perfectly. You know what I'm saying? All we need to do is just, you know, keep doing our job, keep waking up brothers and sisters, you know, and become a nation again. So give me, go ahead and read that 25:17. Leviticus. You there?
Come on, concert.
Oh, okay.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 17. Ye shall not therefore oppress one another, for thou shalt fear thy God, for I am the Lord your God.
Right. So if you fear the Lord, you're not going to oppress your brother. You know what I'm saying? Most of our people, we don't fear, well, Salakia. We fear these other nations. You know what I'm saying? That's why we oppress each other.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we don't care. We don't care about each other. We don't have no love for each other. Because, you know, we're not scared of each other. We're scared of a devil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or Asian. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, name it. Go ahead.
Right. What you I know what you was getting at with, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Go
what
ahead.
you were saying was important because, you know, and this scripture is very heavy because it shows like, okay, say you had your slavery, you know, and you get bumped up to supervisor. Just because you're in a position of authority, a little bit more authority, doesn't give you the right to oppress your brother, to make his job harder than what it is. You know, your slave master, the slavery might tell you, okay, tell them to, you know, get busy or something, you know, but it's not in you. It's not supposed to be in your spirit to make their job hard. Look, you do this, you do that, you do this and that. You know, you just, okay, look, y'all talking too much, spread around. You know what I'm saying? Spread, everybody spread. You know what I'm saying? Less talking, and, you know, just make it look like y'all doing something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you're not supposed to, master, he doing this.
Right.
He doing that. He said this, he said that. I want him to go home. And that's oppressing your brother because that man got a family to feed. And if he doesn't have a family to feed, he still got to supply for himself. You know, he still got to make do of what he's getting from this income for him. You know, this is the way that he eat. This is the way that he maneuvers. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to just give him a heads up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, look, you know what I'm saying? This guy, the white boy tripping, you know what I'm saying? He said, just get busy. You know what I'm saying? Just make, y'all cut the talking out. Minimize the talking. Just move around, you know what I'm saying? Make it look like y'all busy. This white boy on my neck too. My job is, you know what I'm saying, to tell y'all this. And I'm being, you know what I'm saying, I'm back and forth to him and this and that. Don't be the nigga that goes and, master, he doing this, he doing that. You know what I'm saying? Don't be the house nigga thinking you gonna get a reward from the master because you telling everybody business. You know what I'm saying? You making the job harder for your brothers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't oppress your brother, man.
Right.
That's a wicked thing to do. Help your brother, man. Give him a heads up. That's all I want to bring out. So.
Now, I mean, that's a heavy point because, like how you say, like some of your black bosses, your black managers and whatnot, they'll be your worst bosses.
Right.
Because they, you know what I'm saying, they're so busy trying to please, you know what I'm saying, master or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They turn into damn near the warden and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? They policing everything you doing. They nitpicking and you know what I'm saying? It's like they damn near the slave driver themselves.
Right.
They become just like the oppressor. They become they want to be like the master.
A better oppressor.
Right. They want to be a better oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Niggas do it better anyway. You know what I'm saying? Anything we do it better anyway.
Right.
So they gonna, you know what I'm saying, oppress you even harder, you know what I'm saying, than you know what I'm saying, your boss does.
Right.
So it's not right. You know what I'm saying? It's not for us to oppress each other. It's not for us to oppress each other so we can impress another nation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Which really shows you don't have any fear for your people. You don't have any respect for your people. You respect another nation or you know what I'm saying? You respect this white man and you have no love for your people, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
like you said,
go ahead. You want something?
If I could, that showed that you are a traitor and a coward.
Right.
You are a traitor and a coward if you do not, you know what I'm saying, literally oppress your brother. If you are oppressing your brother, you are a traitor. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not giving your brother a heads up, you are a coward. You are fearing the other side more than your side.
Right.
You are supposed to be on your brother's side all the time, no matter the scenario. Of course, if he's doing something he ain't supposed to be doing, if he's like putting everybody's lives in jeopardy, but that's a different topic.
Right.
Man, I ain't gonna vary into that tonight, but I just wanted to add that on too.
Well, sign Christ, man. Give me Amos 3:3.
Come on, sir.
So we know, you can't. It's not for you to oppress your people, man. It's not for you to hate your brother. You know what I'm saying? It's not for you to go against your people anymore.
Right.
What do you don't gain anything by loving another nation. You know what I'm saying? That, God love everybody, or you gotta love everybody. That stuff be killing me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been hearing that since I was a kid, and it's never made any sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never made any sense. Go ahead.
If I could, so what you said just sparked like, my memory.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times when you ask somebody, you know what I'm saying, well, do you love just to see what somebody's mind is, you can ask them, do you love everybody? The common answer will always be, yes, I love everybody.
I love it.
When 7 out of 10 times you talk to somebody, you're gonna have a problem with them.
Right.
Or you're gonna try to jock for a position of power.
Right.
And if you're not winning in the conversation, or you're not winning that person over, then it's a problem. Then you make it a problem because you're carrying on pride. You know what I'm saying? These scriptures show us how to be brotherly to one another. You know what I'm saying? Love thy neighbor as thyself. You know what I'm saying? That's raising your brother's awareness. Making sure your brother has something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Making sure your brother is doing the same as you in morality. You know what I'm saying? It's not, oh, he doing better than me, I got to be on his level. You thinking about it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Let your brother do what he do. You know what I'm saying? But if he's going outside of these scriptures, then you say something to that brother. Right. You know what I'm saying? When a nigga so quick to say something about, he got, if a brother got something better than him, or if he's looking better than him, That's why the scriptures say the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas are so quick to go off of what it look like. You know what I'm saying? We walking about faith and not about sight. We walking in what these scriptures say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't going off of what we see. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
That's what I'm bringing up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's, you know, like how we was bringing out early, it's gonna come a time, you know, really, where, you know what I'm saying, it's really gonna be pointless in a minute, like loving another nation. You know what I'm saying? When this white man, when he really starts showing you that he really loves his people, that's when it's gonna be brought to your attention. Do you love yours? I'm saying the more and more this white man shows how much he loves his people, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna become to the forefront on how much do you love your people. You know what I'm saying, or how much do you love your oppressor, man? You know what I'm saying, and that's when, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have to go ahead and make that choice, man. If you love your oppressor, you go ahead and join him.
Right.
And you're gonna get dealt with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord gonna put you to death.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You love your people, man. You already know what to do. You know what I'm saying, love the Lord with all your heart and love your neighbor. Go ahead.
And if I could, the I.S.U.P.K, you know, Commander General YAHANNA,
right.
He is doing a significant job of waking up our people. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Now, it's coming down to a conclusion of, okay, I love myself. I love my people. I'm going to rock with my people. You know, this is the time that we're living in. This is where it's escalating to. Now, if you don't love your people, of course, you're going to be opposite. You're going to be opposite of your people. You know what I'm saying? You're going to love the white man. You're going to join with the white man. You know what I'm saying? This society is about to be wiped out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The white man is becoming more prideful and more prideful. Little did we know. You know what I'm saying? We have someone who's the president that don't know anything about politics, don't know how to govern a country. He's just freestyling and doing a horrible job at it. Really a good job at it, because he's about to make World War III happen and Christ is going to return. You know, but it's just for common sense. You know what I'm saying? It's a common sense thing. His grammar not even great. You know, I just wanted to bring that out.
I'm no sign cry. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and read Amos 3 and 3 for me.
3 and 3?
Yeah.
Come. The book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Right. So can two walk together except they be agreed? You know what I'm saying? If I'm going one path, you know what I'm saying, you going the other, you know, how we gonna walk the same path, man?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta agree to go to the same path, man. You know what I'm saying? If you walking hand in hand with the white man, and I'm about my people, you know what I'm saying? There's no way we're gonna come together. It's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm about my people and you're about loving everybody. And there's nowhere, you know what I'm saying, that loving everybody thing, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's that Babylonian stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's when everybody decided to build Babel and come together under one language. Saying, let's all come together in America and let's all speak the same, let's all speak English. You know what I'm saying? That's nonsense, man. The Lord never wanted it that way. That's why he destroyed Babel.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to come together as a people and not with the other people. You know what I'm saying? Don't come, you know what I'm saying? That love everybody mess. That's the gate to destruction.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The straight gate is loving your people and coming back to these records. You know what I'm saying? These scriptures. You know what I'm saying? That.
Can I bring out the definition of holiness?
Okay, yeah, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm gonna let you bring it out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Be a people again. You know, be you know what I'm saying? Love your brothers, man. It's simple and it is easy, man. But I know our people, we just refuse to do it. Right. You know, you're gonna have to damn near twist our arm to get us to love each other, man. I'm saying? Our own people fear us in power. Like our own people fear our own people being in power.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's that we should, you know, scriptures say we should walk together. You know what I'm saying? This in these scriptures, man, I don't know any place that got more wisdom than this Bible. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead. You want to bring out what you
Come. The Zondervan Bible Dictionary. Holiness or holy usually translate words derived from a head, root meaning separateness, withdrawal.
right. So withdraw, man. Withdraw from the other nations and separate. Be ye holy.
Right.
I'm saying be ye separate. And that's what you intended to do in the first place. You know I'm saying, like I said before, when you join yourself to another nation, you on your path to hell.
Right.
You know I'm saying that's not the way to live. That's not life. That's going into death. You know I'm saying that's what you really saying you want to die when you join hand in hand with another nation. That's what you're really saying. So give me Matthew 5:13. That'd be our last scripture. You know what I'm saying? You know, so, you know, and really, man, it's already known, man. We're a great people.
Right.
You know, so being a great people, why would you want to, you know, why give all your power, you know what I'm saying, and be subservient under another nation? You've got it's all in your power to be a great nation. So why be under another? I'm saying, go ahead and give me that.
Come. The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 13. Ye are the salt of the earth.
Right.
But if the salt have lost his savior, wherewith shall it be salted?
Right.
It is thenceforth good for nothing,
right,
but to be cast out and to be trodden under the foot of men.
So that's what's happening now. You know what I'm saying? We're the greatest people on this planet. You know what I'm saying? But we've lost our flavor, man. We've lost our true nationality. We've lost our swag. You know what I'm saying? But we've lost, like I would say, we've lost our savior. So if we've lost our flavor, you know what I'm saying, we've lost who we are. What is it good for? You know what I'm saying? It's good for nothing. Scriptures say it's good. The only thing it's good for is to be cast out, which means thrown away, and to be trodden under the foot of other men.
Right.
Oh, that's the state we're in right now. You know what I'm saying? The greatest people have lost their nationality, lost who they are. You know what I'm saying? And now we're just trodden under the foot of other nations. That's exactly what's going on. Go ahead.
Right. And if I could, sir, you can relate that to the different religions, or you can relate that to the different customs that we're keeping nowadays. Like, look at the different religions. Like, a nigga is believing that he is a Muslim.
Right.
Or Allah is the way to life. You know, that's the Arabs' customs. That's the Arabs' religion. You know what I'm saying? We are turning to these other nations and these other religions for comfort out of this goddamn hell. You know, a nigga would follow an Ethiopian custom of getting an edge up, you know, and just to say he look good. A nigga can have a messed up edge up and still be satisfied. You know,
right.
Like that's wild. Even when I was in the world, I didn't see it happen. You know, my partners would have a messed up edge up or have parts, you know, in their head,
right,
and wouldn't like it, but would still continue to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a custom of the Hamites, you know, and they thinking that it's really something, that it means something. You know what I'm saying? Like we are walking, well, we are laying under these other nations' feet. You know what I'm saying? We are letting them walk over us. They thinking it means something where the custom doesn't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? They don't even look at where the custom came from. A nigga won't even fathom to think about that I'm bowing down to a rock. He's in Islam. You know what I'm saying? He's just thinking, oh, I'm holier than you. I know something that you don't know. Just because you know not to eat pork, but you don't know that you got on a man dress. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or that you're worshiping a false god. Right. You know, to step it up a step further. You know, like that's crazy, man. What you bring, this scripture that you're bringing out, man, and that you elaborating on is heavy, man. I just wanted to say that. So I had to say
right. I mean, Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? Like how you saying, you know what I'm saying? Basically, our people, you know what I'm saying, we got a zeal, but it's not according to knowledge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just according to, you know, whatever, you know, looking good or you know what I'm saying, I'm smart and you're not. You know what I'm saying? It's a zeal, but it's just not, it's, you know, not only is it not according to knowledge, it's not according to, you know what I'm saying, what the Lord say to do. So it's damn near worthless. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a zeal for the Lord and your people. So go ahead and read the next verse.
What was it?
Verse 14. 5:14.
Come. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on an hill cannot be hid.
Right. So we're the light of the world. Everybody looks at us. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? The whole world damn near follows us. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We're, even as a people who don't have a nation, I'm saying people just watch us and marvel. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, these people here, they saying anything they do, they're so good at it. And we ain't even got a nation, man. We have no power. You know what I'm saying? But we're a light to this world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can't be hid. So keep going.
Come, verse 16. So like 15. Verse 15. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house.
Right. So when somebody lights a candle, they don't light a candle and put it under a bush or put it, you know what I'm saying, under a table or something. You know what I'm saying? They take the candle and set it somewhere so it can give light to the whole room or the whole house. You know what I'm saying? It's that same way with us, man. You know what I'm saying? Right now we're that candle that's under a table or you know what I'm saying, under a bush. Our full light hasn't really been shown.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even in our oppressed state, even being under another nation, you know what I'm saying, you could almost as a metaphor, you know what I'm saying, a table, you know what I'm saying, is another nation, and our candle is under that table. We're being hid by that table or whatever. We're being hid. We're under that bushel. You know what I'm saying? Our candle isn't fully being shown. So, you know, once we have our own land, you know what I'm saying, and we can do whatever, you know what I'm saying, according to the, you know what I'm saying, under the law, you know what I'm saying, under Christ, you know what I'm saying, the Lord, Christ, and these laws, statutes, commandments, saying our full light will be shown. We'll light up this whole universe, man. You know, so keep going.
Come. Verse 16. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
Right. So let your light be shining. You know what I'm saying? Show your light, man. You know what I'm saying? Like how it says that your good works may be shown and you glorify the Lord which is in heaven. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're doing. Go ahead.
If I could, like the comparison you made with other nations on the table, like the bushel is like let's just say bush for, you know, practical knowledge. Bush, you know, a bush, you can throw anything in a bush. Like I remember when I was young, I used to always throw garbage, like, you know, like potato chip bags or, you know, candy wrappers underneath the bushel, you know. Or like say if I've been watching a lot of, you know, like Perry Mason and stuff like that. Okay. And then you can hide guns in bushes, you know, you can throw stuff in bushes. Like, we are not to hide. A black man or a Native Indian man or Hispanic man, when he comes into a knowledge about something, he likes to hide it. He likes to say, well, let me perfect it first. Well, it just comes naturally to us. You know what I'm saying? Well, you can just off the stoop start showing skill, or even if it's just very remedial. Like if it's something that's very basic, you can show something. You know, you can show skill that you understand, and a lot of them other nations will look at you as greater because you understand it, because they won't be able to do it the same way that you done it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about another black man in the truth. I mean, in the world, but I never went to a Chinese man to get my edge up, because a Chinese man will take you back here. You know what I'm saying? Like, but a black man, he gonna be precise and he'll do you right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Which is unlawful. But you know, we fishing. So I just want to make that connection. Right. You know, like can't nobody do something better than Israel. You know what I'm saying? Right. We are the light. Like a light shows where errors are. You know what I'm saying? What darkness is. Right. You know, I just wanted to bring it out. So.
Right. I mean, damn right. You know what I'm saying? Like once we get our own, you know what I'm saying, own land, once we're put back in our own land over there, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? In Israel, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know, our light will really shine. You know what I'm saying? And right now, you know what I'm saying, like our light will really shine, and like I would say, our good works, you know what I'm saying, will be shown. You know what I'm saying? And all those good works will glorify the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll be a righteous nation. You know what I'm saying? Right now, our good works is doing this work right here. And that's waking up brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Right here under the, you know what I'm saying, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Right. You know what I'm saying? Under this banner. You know what I'm saying? Which is that one body. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. All right, go ahead, man.
All right, go. It's amazing that you said that. I wanted to just expand on what you said. Like our good works right now is holding on to the truth, holding on to morality. Right. You know what I'm saying? Following the Most High. Because in this society, you can look at someone and tell that they don't care about the laws of the Bible, that they don't care about even serving God. They just want to say, "Oh, I love God," and go off of a feeling. You know, these commandments ain't no feelings, man. These commandments is showing that you love God. Right. It's proving yourself to the Most High that you love Him by not eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. Somebody can say, well, "I love the Lord, but I'm gonna still eat pork. I'm gonna still eat shrimp." And you don't love the Lord then because He said not to do it. Right. You know, but the Lord know my heart. The heart is deceitful above all things. Right. You know what I'm saying? You going after your own heart. What if your heart tell you to sleep with another man's woman? Damn. You know what I'm saying? That's deceitful. You think the Lord will forgive you? Well, He will forgive you if you have understanding of the knowledge. I mean, of the commandments. If you start keeping the commandments. You know what I'm saying? But we see now that a lot of people don't even give thought to it. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important that the job that we're doing is vital to humanity of the blacks, Native Indians, and Hispanics. That's all I want to bring up. Right. We can go ahead and close it out now.
All right. You know what I'm saying? Like how you were saying, man, the truth matters, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you're not trying to get down to what's true in this world, or you know what I'm saying, what is this? You know what I'm saying, what is the main story of this whole planet? I'm saying you don't know what you're doing, man. I'm saying the main story is how the Israelites always fell from the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And how we always struggled with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And every time we struggled with the Lord, we went right back into slavery. And we had to come back to the Most High and get delivered out the hell we were in. So with that, this is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, starting 1 West 125th Street under Commander General YAHANNA. You know what I'm saying? Not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group. All right. And, you know what I'm saying? Check out, you know what I'm saying, Just Laundry product. It's at Etsy.com. I'm saying shout out to the brothers and sisters who, you know, came out to class. I'm saying shout out to the brothers and sisters online too. I'm saying.